It seems the world of Westerns is often confined to a narrow list of classics that critics claim are the pinnacle of the genre. Yet, I'm here to remind you that the Western isn't dead. It's alive, kicking, and transforming in unexpected ways. Whether it's tackling futuristic aliens or dabbling in supernatural horror, the Western genre remains a flexible and evolving creature. Let's take a wild ride through some underrated and bizarre films that deserve more attention, combining a few classic Western elements with unexpected twists. Shoot the Living and Pray for the Dead, 1971. Imagine a spaghetti Western with a stage play vibe. Klaus Kinski brings his signature insanity to Shoot the Living and Pray for the Dead, a minimalist yet riveting film that makes the most of its limited location. The story unfolds around a group of bandits led by Kinski's Dan Hogan, who unwittingly gets tangled in the grudge-filled past of one of his crew members. The haunting soundtrack and Kinski's manic energy create a sense of dread that lingers long after the credits roll. If you're a fan of The Hateful Eight, you'll recognize how this 1971 film laid the groundwork for Tarantino's tense, dialogue-heavy set pieces. Dead Birds, 2004. This haunted Western is an eerie blend of Lovecraftian horror and classic Western tropes. Set in the antebellum South, Dead Birds follows a group of bank robbers who hide out in a spooky plantation mansion, unaware that it's haunted by supernatural forces. Michael Shannon, Isaiah Washington, and Mark Boone Jr. bring intensity to their roles as the tension builds, haunted by ghosts and the specter of their own pasts. The film's slow build and the creepy atmosphere are its main strengths, setting it apart from typical Westerns. It's not just about supernatural scares, though. There's a deeper layer of societal issues like racism that make this a standout. The Kid, 2019. Ethan Hawke's portrayal of Pat Garrett in The Kid brings a quiet intensity to the classic tale of Billy the Kid. While the film features plenty of action and gunplay, it also dives deep into the philosophical aspects of morality and heroism. With a story of Garrett pursuing Billy to his death, The Kid explores what makes a person good or evil. The Kid's tragic realization of the complexities of adulthood is reflected in the performances of Ethan Hawke and Chris Pratt, who turn what could have been a simple Western into something much deeper. The Quick and the Dead, 1995. Sam Raimi's The Quick and the Dead might not immediately strike you as a traditional Western, but his bold, inventive direction makes it unforgettable. Starring Sharon Stone as the Lady, a gunslinger in search of revenge, the film has everything you want from a Western: bounty hunting, quick-draw duels, and dangerous foes. However, Raimi adds a twist with his use of exaggerated, comic book-style cinematography. This film is full of vivid visuals that bring out the larger-than-life personalities of characters like Gene Hackman's mayor, John Harrod. Hackman's portrayal of a tyrannical ruler could easily stand in for any real-world authoritarian, making The Quick and the Dead a sharp critique of power structures. From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter, 1999. Sure, From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996, is most known for its wild ride through vampires and Mexican bandits, but the prequel The Hangman's Daughter, 1999, takes it even further into genre territory. This film mixes Western and horror to create a blood-soaked, outrageous adventure. Marco Leonardi stars as the infamous Johnny Madrid, a fugitive who hides out in a saloon overrun by vampires. With appearances from Mexican revolutionary Pancho Villa and author Ambrose Bierce, the film is a strange, gory cocktail of Old West and supernatural madness. While it didn't receive the greatest reviews, it's a cult hit for fans of fun, genre-bending chaos. Dead in Tombstone, 2013. If you like your Westerns with a supernatural twist, Dead in Tombstone is the answer. Danny Trejo stars as Guerrero, a man who makes a deal with Satan himself, Mickey Rourke, in order to get revenge on those who wronged him. It's part Western, part fantasy, with an adrenaline-pumping action sequence that brings fresh energy to the genre. Trejo's towering presence gives the film an authentic sense of danger, and the grittiness of the production design keeps things grounded despite the fantastical elements. If you love the revenge storylines of Westerns, Dead in Tombstone delivers in spades, adding a unique spin with its dark, mythic elements. Forsaken, 2015. In Forsaken, Kiefer Sutherland stars as a former gunslinger drawn back into action to protect his town. This film is a beautiful throwback to the classic 1950s westerns, featuring the tense family drama that makes the stakes feel real. The performances by Kiefer and Donald Sutherland elevate the film, making it a poignant meditation on father-son relationships, redemption, and lost love. It's a quiet, patient film compared to some of the flashier modern westerns, but its heart is undeniable. Outlaws and Angels, 2016. Sometimes, the real tragedy of westerns isn't in the shootouts, but in the quiet moments of heartbreak. Outlaws and Angels is one of those films that takes a deep dive into the human condition. 3 bandits hold a family hostage, and over the course of the night, the complex relationships between captors and captives unfold. What makes the film particularly stand out is its approach to difficult topics like bullying and child abuse. Francesca Eastwood, Luke Wilson, and Terry Polo give performances that are raw and captivating, while the screenplay's unexpected emotional depth makes this more than just a run-of-the-mill western. The Last Outlaw, 1993. The 1993 TV movie The Last Outlaw is a hidden gem filled with strong performances from Mickey Rourke, Steve Buscemi, and Keith David. Set in the post-Civil War West, this film follows a group of former Confederate soldiers as they rob a bank, leading to betrayal and violence. It's got that classic Western grit, but it feels more like a slasher film in its structure, with characters dropping one by one. Its cult following is a testament to the appeal of Rourke's commanding presence and the film's unrelenting action. The Old Way, 2023. Nicolas Cage is an unexpected but compelling addition to the Western genre. In The Old Way, he plays a retired gunslinger forced back into action when his past catches up with him. With themes of redemption, vengeance, and the complexity of violence, The Old Way explores the moral gray areas of its characters. Cage's quiet performance adds depth to a film that would otherwise fall into typical genre tropes, making it a worthy entry for fans seeking a modern twist on the classic Western.